Everybody, Rosemary here, and welcome to part 13 of my Fate Stay Night Let's Play. In the last episode, Shiro had some more training with Saber. We actually got to learn a little bit more about her and her life before she became a servant. Very, very minor thing about her taking care of a lion cub. Kind of a sweet moment that she had with Fujine. And we had a little bit of training with Rin, and it seems that Shiro is just even more hopeless than she thought. So Rin is going to teach Shiro a different way of like unlocking his magical circuit, being able to use magic more easily instead of like basically almost killing himself each time he does it. But it's taking a big toll on him. And then he had another conversation with Archer where Archer said something about how like he needs to think mentally about how to defeat someone rather than physically. I don't know, it was kind of a... not really too much happened in the last episode. It was just kind of a training. We're continuing the training arc aspect. So we'll see if we have something happen in this episode. Once again, Shiro is meeting up with Ilya. That was kind of a thing, whereas like he still hasn't told them that he's met up with Ilya a couple of times. And I'm wondering how they're going to take it if they find out that he's been hanging out with the enemy. But anyway, we're going to get back into it and see what happens in this episode. Let's get back into it. I'm dreaming. It must be because my blood is hot and my body's pulsing. I'm reliving the scene I don't need to remember. My oldest memory. At the same time, it is a memory that cannot be separated from me. A scene from 10 years ago that never goes away, even though I usually never recall it. It's not that I forgot it. It's not that I want to forget it. For me, it's just something that's already happened. So it's not something I feel pain over. Not something I feel particularly angry about. What's past is past. I cannot redo it nor go back to it. I have escaped from that scene and still continue to live. All I can do is look forward. No one told me to. I just vaguely thought like this ever since I was a child. Not forgetting or denying the past. The only way to make use of what has gone away is to acknowledge it. I wake up because of the burning heat in my body. How long was I asleep? I guess I fell asleep while feeling the night wind without returning to my room. In the dim shed, there's me and...
Saber!
目が覚めましたか、シロ。部屋を抜け出すのは構いませんが、ここで眠るのはだらしがないのではありませんか。
おはよう。いや、ゆうべは体が熱くて、外に出ていたらつい眠くなっちまったんだ。
見ればわかります。説明はいいですから、次からは気をつけてください。マスターにこのような場所で休息を取られては、私の立場がありませんから。
すまん。今後はできるだけ部屋で休む。
分かっていただければ助かります。ところでシロ、先ほどからタイガが呼んでいるのですが。
藤姉が呼んでるってなんでさ。
Yeah, I gotta remember it's Fujine, technically. Fujine, not Fujini. Fujine. I apologize. That name's only been said a million times and I still can't get the pronunciation right.
朝食の問題ではないでしょうか。朝食の時間はとうに過ぎていますから。
え？うわ！もう7時過ぎてるのか。やばい。寝過ごした。
そうですね。シローが最後に起きるのは珍しい。よほど昨夜のリンとの鍛錬が答えたのでしょう。
Saber analyzes the situation calmly, but I don't have that much composure.
起こしに来てくれて悪いが、先に戻っていてくれ。俺もすぐに着替えて台所に行くから。
はい。それでは、できる限りタイガをなだめているとしましょう。
Saber leaves with calm footsteps. But calm down, Fujine? Saber's already adapted quite well to the mornings at our house. I run into the kitchen. Ignoring Fujine's vilification, I prepare breakfast in about 5 minutes. Or she could just do it herself, always waiting for other people. I put the breakfast onto the table. And then... Fujine explodes.
何これ、焼いたトーストだけじゃない。シロ、なんで今日の朝ごはん
Once
これ
again,
だ
is
け
there
なの
something
よ。
stopping her from just making food herself?
な、仕方ないだろう、寝坊したんだから。他のものを作ってる余裕なんてないし、だいたいパン食なんてこんなもんじゃないか。単にサラダと卵焼きがないだけなんだから、そうと。
大差なんてあります。ね、みんなもそう思うでしょ?
Fujine asks Tosaka and Saber, who are eating silently. But she shouldn't be so optimistic. Those two aren't as greedy as Fujine are. They won't agree with her.
そうね。藤村先生じゃないけど、こんな手抜きは容認できないかな。
She is the one who put me in this position in the first place, who put me in this condition. Hey, hold on. I thought you don't usually eat breakfast. Whoa, what was that sigh that sounded like obvious disappointment? Did your character change, Saber?
ほら、みんなシロが悪いって。多数決で決定したから反省した後、ちゃんとした朝ごはんを提供すること。
そんな出来レースに従えるか。そもそもな、今からおかずなんて作ってたら遅刻するぞ、藤根。もう7時半なんだから、パンかじりながら走っていかないと間に合わないから諦めろと提案する。
いいよ。私、遅刻か空腹かの選択なら朝ごはんを尊重するから。
するな。そんな教師がどこにいる？いいからさっさと食べて学校に行けっての。言っとくけど、俺は意地でもこれ以上の飯は用意しないからな。
もう、シロったら変なところで真面目なんだから。そんなじじくさいこと言ってると、すぐおじいさんになっちゃうんだからね。
言われるまでもない。藤姉のおかげで、俺はすっかりじいさん趣味だよ。
So saying, I start eating my toast. Well, it's true. There is something desolate about having only toast for breakfast when there's this many people. Sounds of the Shinai's echo. Substance of the fight is the same as always. I attack desperately while Saber blocks my blows easily and counters with an attack twice as sharp as mine. I manage to block it, attack even stronger, and lose. We are repeating the same match over and over. I stand still and breathe deeply, wiping the sweat off my forehead with my arm. I calm my breathing.
何を休んでいるのですか？昨日までのシロなら、そこで諦めるようなことはなかったはずです。
Like what he put his body through is pretty impressive. That he's still willing to do this training.
ちょっと待って。これ以上は息が続かない。少し休憩。
何をらしくないことを。シロが来ないというのでしたら、私から攻め込むだけですが。
Saber stares at her bad student, but I cannot move my body to my satisfaction, even if she looks at me that way.
はあ、一体どうしたのです、シロ。今朝のあなたは今までとは別人のようです。まっすぐに打ち込んでくる太刀だけは目を見張るものがあったというのに、今朝のシロには力強さを感じません。
それは自分でも分かってるんだけどな。どうもうまくいかない。
Well, the situation is too different from yesterday.
体の熱がまだ取れないのですか？ですが、そんな理由で体のキレが落ちるようでは話になりません。少し頭を冷やして気持ちを入れ替えてください。
いや、そうするんだったら、まずあれをなんとかしてくれ。
I point to the observer by the wall.
何？私に構わなくていいから訓練を続けていいわよ。
Tosaka doesn't understand at all. When she's staring at me like that, I can't concentrate on fighting with Saber. Once again, going back to when somebody's watching you do something makes you perform worse. Especially when they're so judgy.
それこそ修行不足ですね。いいでしょう。それでしたら見学者のことなど気にならないようにして差し上げます。
待てセイバー、こっちはまだ息が。
問題はありません。そのようなものは戦いの最中に整えるものです。
Saber disappears from my view. The instant I realize this is bad and block my face, Saber's shinai hits me right on my head. And so the training this morning was severe. I wasn't worried about Tosaka watching after I got knocked out once, as I devoted myself to blocking Saber's blows. It was lunchtime before I knew it.
けどあれよね、セイバーって本当に冷静よね。3時間も素人試合してて眉一つ動かさないんだから。普段も無口だけど戦闘時はさらに磨きがかかるっていうか、何？もう無機質みたいな感じ？
Osaka's in a good mood, I think because she saw me getting beat around a lot. The two are in the living room resting. As for me, I'm preparing lunch by myself as a punishment for not being serious this morning. Dude is still recovering from, you know, like the hellfire that is in his body that could last for up to, what did she say, 2 weeks? And they are not taking it easy on him at all, but I guess he kind of asked for this, didn't he? Geez, I want to cut corners and finish quickly by making something like white noodles.
無機質ですか。そうですね。そう意識したことはありませんが、剣を握っているときは感情を止めているのかもしれません。
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, Saber.
何？それって女の身で剣を持つための心構えってやつ？体格で劣っているから心だけは負けないようにって。
それは違います、リン。冷静であるのは戦う時の心構えですが、それは男も女も変わりのないことでしょう。リンとて戦闘時には情を捨てるはずです。あなたはそれができる人ですから。
言ってくれるじゃない。まあそりゃあ事実だけどさ。けどセイバーのは私とは違うわよ、絶対。私は捨ててるのは甘さだけだもの。あなたほど達観はできないわ。
そのようですね。だからあなたは華やかなのでしょう。戦いの中でも女性のしなやかさを保っていられる。
Look at them having their little girl talk. Nice that Saber is actually like giving out compliments, although, you know, coming from her, she's not just saying it to be nice, like she means it.
何よ、嫌味？華やかさで言ったらあなたにはかなわないわ。シロがあっちにいるから白状するけどね。私、初めてあなたを見た瞬間にすっごい美人だなって見とれたんだから。
No, I can hear you, Tosaka.
それはリンの思い違いでしょう。好みが華やかに見えたのなら、それは私ではなく、セイバーというクラスが華やかなだけではないでしょうか。
そんなんじゃないってば。純粋にね、同じ女として負けたって思ったんだもの。そうでもなければあそこまでショックは受けなかったわよ。
ですからそれが間違いです。私は一度も自身を女性だと思ったことはないし、一度も女性として扱われたことはありません。
Must be annoying to Saber, given that everybody seems to bring that up. Like, especially Shiro. Shiro brings it up a lot, almost like as a knock against her.
その私が華やかであるはずがない。
Saber's comments stopped the conversation. As I use the kitchen knife, I feel irritated by Saber's comment.
前から思ってたけど、自分のことを何だと思ってんだろうな、あいつ。
I take a big swing at the chicken meat. For some reason, I'm getting annoyed.
私は自分を女性だと思ったことはありません。
まあ、俺には関係のない話だけど。
I strike hard at the cutting board with my knife, but doing so doesn't make me feel even one bit better.
今日の課題はそれね。昨日より数は増やしたし、そっちの体も落ち着いてるみたいだから、今度こそ成功するでしょ。
I don't know how she brought them here, but Tosaka brings about 40 lamps.
私はちょっと外に出てるわ。しばらく経ったら戻ってくるから、それまでに終わらせておきなさい。
Saying goodbye, Tosaka leaves the room. Well, yesterday night was bad, so I should at least succeed at 1 or 2 tonight. 40 lamps later.
とりあえず半分済んだか。
It took me 1 hour to try strengthening on about 20 lamps. Half of them broke, and the other half showed no change. But out of the ones that didn't break, 5 of them had magical energy successfully channeled into them. All I have to do now is challenge the 20 that are left, but...
待てよ。5つもあればテストとしては十分なんじゃないか。
It seems like all the lamps are antiques. I feel bad about breaking any more of them. Yeah, I should... Ooh, okay, let's pause this for a second. Let's go get Tosaka. Let's go and get Tosaka. I shouldn't break any more lamps. Well, I don't think that's much of an excuse for someone that already broke 40 lamps.
Oi, Tosaka!
There's no reply even when I call out. That's weird. Maybe she's not in the house? The only other place Tosaka could be is... It seems Saber and Tosaka are inside, talking.
Oi, Tosa!
As I raise my hand to call out to her. Uh-oh. I feel a chill run through me. What is it? I feel like... What? I think it was a wave of Tosaka's magical energy filled with enmity that came flowing out from the shed. The voice that was calling out to her stops. It seems Tosaka so irritated that I can feel it from way over here. Their conversation can be heard. Without realizing it, I'm eavesdropping on them. Tosaka murmurs in a tone that could be angry or horrified. Saber standing silently behind her.
信じられない。セイバー、あなたこのことに気がついてたわね。
いいえ、私には分からなかった。私は騎士であって魔術師ではない。
I'm glad I came to
ここには違
eavesdrop.
和感があっただけで、リンほど状況を把握しているわけではありません。
そう。なら教えてあげる。あいつは魔術師なんかじゃないわ。
リン、それはどういう意味でしょうか。
言葉通りの意味よ。魔術っていうのはね、結局は等価交換なの。どんな神秘だってよそにあるものをここに持ってきて使っているだけ。けどこれは違う。あいつはどこにもないものをここに持ってきてしまっている。ここにはあってはならないものを形にしている。それは現実を侵食する想念に他ならない。あいつの魔術はきっとある魔術が劣化しただけのものなんだわ。
I don't understand what Tosaka's talking about, but this is something that I should not be listening to. I get away from the shed. I'll be lying to Tosaka, but I should return to the room and pretend I was waiting for her return. I bet Archer was watching. He totally knows that I was there. It's 2 o'clock. There's no sign of Tosaka returning, and I diligently finish the task assigned to me.
あれ、電話だ。
The phone is ringing far away.
今か。遠坂は、って、うちの電話なんだから出るわけにはいかないよな。
I don't think it's important, but I can't just ignore it. I get up and head to the living room to pick up the phone. There's no one in the living room. Saber and Tosaka must be somewhere else, like in the yard.
はい、エミヤですが。
よう、エミヤ。今日も休んでいるようだけど、体の調子
Shinji.
が悪いのかい？
Like, Shinji, I know you were going behind my back trying to get Rin on your side. As soon as I pick up, I hear Shinji's voice mixed with hidden laughter.
シンジか。なんか用か。話すことなんてお互いないと思うが。
なんだよ、釣れないな。こっちはエミヤに一つ教えてやろうと思って電話をしたのに。
Maybe it's something to do with what's going on at the school?
俺に教える？
ああ、どうしても話しておきたいことがあったんだけど、お前、学校に来ないじゃないか。
That is not a voice to be trusted.
これ以上長引くのもなんだし、もう我慢できないから連絡を入れたんだ。それで、そっちに遠坂はいるのか？
Shinji's tone is strange. I can't tell much from just his voice, but he sounds like he's really excited or pressured. I can hear students in the background, so he must still be at school. Past 2, must be break time right after the 5th period.
おい、聞いてるんだよ、エミヤ。遠坂はそこにいるの？いな よ。
A creepy voice. I don't like it.
今はいない。少し席を外している。
そうか、ちょうどいい。二人だけで話がしたかったんだ。いいこと教えてやるからさ。今から学校に来いよエミヤ。もちろん遠坂には内緒でね。
I don't know how to answer. Shinji's acting strange, and anyway, we're already talking. There's no need to go to school, and going there without telling Tosaka would mean betraying her.
いや。
Oh, I was thinking the game was going to give me a choice.
用があるなら来週まで待てよ。休み明けには登校するから。
はあ？何勝手なこと言ってんだよお前。それじゃ遅いんだよ。我慢できないって言ったじゃないか今。
He's talking like a very, flamboyant anime villain. Shinji screams at me. He must be excited, as I can hear his heavy breathing even over the phone.
少しは考えてるじゃないか。そうだよね。さすがに今更一人でやってくるわけがない。
Almost like he's being possessed or
どうりでも
something.
怪しいもんなこの電話。エミヤでもやばいって感じたわけだ。
Completely changing, he laughs.
ちょっと待て。落ち着け。お前変だぞ、シンジ。何があったか知らないが。
嘘をつくなよエミヤ。遠坂のことだ。お前に全部話したんだろ。いいよ隠さなくて。そうだよね。
Oh, damn.
エミヤはセイバーの
Tosaka?
僕よりずっと一発な人
Then
殺しって
again,
わけだ。
then again, I don't know if Tosaka would have given that away or if Shinji found out on his own and he's just saying that to like cause some divide between Tosaka and me. I think it's a whole like get us separated and then he can like go after us and try and get one of us to team up with him if we're not like if Tosaka and Shiro are not like a united front. Shinji sounds cheerful. I've known him for 5 years now, but I've never seen him this high.
シンジ、お前。
Because I never brought Saber with me, didn't tell, I don't think I told him about Saber.
いいから学校で待ってるよ。急げよエミヤ。今からなら6次元目には間に合う。ちょうど藤村の授業だし、遅刻しても問題ないだろう。
いや、いくら藤根でも遅刻したら怒るぞ。それに6次元目だけ出るなんて欠席するより文句を言われそうだな。
Yes, feels like a trap.
そんなのは自業自得。
And also, why can't he come here?
ああ、それと遠坂にバラしたら本当に絶交するからな。今まで桜のことは目をつむってやったんだ。最後ぐらいは友人として義理を果たしてもいいだろう。
That's right, I was wondering, I was like, I forgot about that. Pretty sure that like they agreed like Sakura would not come to the house for a little bit. Just to, you know, smooth things out between Shinji and myself. The conversation ends there. The phone is repeating a boring beeping sound.
あいつ。
But what should I do? Oh, is it going to give me the option? I haven't been able to find Tosaka in the house, and if I'm going to school, I can't take Saber. Still, I'm worried what Shinji will do if I refuse his invitation. He seems distraught after being refused by Tosaka last night, and he might hit Sakura again if I leave him be.
そうだな。まだ明るいし問題ない
Okay,
だ
I
ろ。
guess it's just happening. That's decided, I should hurry. I'll make it for 6th period if I run. And then Tosaka and Saber are gonna be mad at me for leaving, not telling them. There's no one at the school gates. As it's class time, it looks from outside like the school's empty. There must not be any PE classes at the moment, as nobody's outside in the yard either. Well, this will all change in a little while. School's over once 6th period ends. The schoolyard and the gate should be filled with students. I reach the 3rd floor. Of course, the hallway's empty as well. Class is in session, and it feels a bit awkward walking to Class C like this.
丸見えってわけでもなし。さっさと教室に行くか。
Class C is down the hallway. This class by the stairs is Class H, so I'll have to walk past 5 classes to get there. Ooh. A dizziness hits me suddenly. It attacks my whole body with nausea. This feels like I'm getting a bad end, even though I didn't have any choice. He went to school without me saying it. My stomach crawls around. My senses are reversed. My vision's filled with crimson. As if blood has seeped into my eyes, everything in my vision tints red. The temperature hasn't changed, but my body's strangely hot. My feet tremble. I can't put any power into my body. I'm weakening like an hourglass, unable to stop it. As if I'm breathing out my insides with every breath. I'm suffocating. My throat hurts. Could it be the oxygen's disappeared from the hallway? No, from the whole school? As if urged by my gasping lungs, I lean against the wall and open the window unconsciously. Oh, is that happening outside? This is the thing, right? My mind freezes. The scale of the situation erases even my confusion. Outside the window, around the schoolyard's a field of red. As if only this school's cut out, surrounded by a red world. Well, shit. Did Shinji just... Did he trick me into this? Or did he want me to come see this for myself? The school building is an altar covered by a red canopy. And with that, finally, I understand that this is that kind of a thing. I move away from the window, holding my wobbling legs firm with my will, enter the classroom in front of me. I guess he's the only one that can see it because he's got magical energy. Or like, oh, inside is the result. There are no students sitting in their chairs. Oh shit, never mind. Never mind. All the students are on the floor and the teacher that was probably standing on the platform is lying on the ground as well. Well, I wanted things to escalate, and they have certainly escalated. They're still breathing. Everyone's convulsing as if asking for help. There are no fatalities yet. Just that they don't have the power to stand up, and they'll soon rot away. Did Shinji, is he behind this? Is this why he sounds so gleeful? Or is he not affected by it because he's a master? Seeing their miserable condition on the floor. Like, he sounded so joyful, like he's proud of himself that he did this. I add them to the wreckage from long ago. My nausea gets stronger, but I deal with it calmly. I observe the students on the floor. Even though it's hard to breathe, it doesn't mean that they can't breathe. If they're only weakened, I can still save them if I hurry. Maybe this is a situation where everyone says that he can't save everybody, but he wants to try and save everybody. Maybe this is a situation where, like, he's gonna have to make some hard choices. The instant I check the face of a student nearby, a sound goes click inside my head. It's melting. Oh geez, not everyone though. There must have been individual differences, as the most weakened students are starting to have their skin melt away. Holy cow, oozing. Inflamed arms like a keloid, and eyes that look like that of a dead fish. I know this. I know a scene like this.
Yamero.
This is just hell. I know it from a long time ago.
Yamero.
And so, eclipsing fear, anger overtakes my body. My left arm throbs. The command spell on my hand tells me an enemy is nearby. I run, still breathing hard. My mind has already gone insane.
Yo, エミヤ。思ったより元気そうで何よりだ。どう？気に入ったかいこの思考は。
Across the hallway. Mato Shinji standing right in front of Class C. My arm throbs. The command spell tells me that this man standing there is the cause of this.
これはお前の仕業か、シンジ。
Unable to breathe properly, I stand there and glare at Shinji's distant figure. He must really like how I'm acting. Shinji spreads his arms exaggeratedly and laughs aloud in the red hallway.
そうだとも。お前がやってきたのが分かったんでね。すぐに結界を発動させた。
Damn.
タイミングには苦労
But
し
he
たん
was
だ
behind the
ね。
boundary field. I was thinking
何
maybe it
し
was
ろあんま
somebody
り早
else.
すぎると逃げられるし、遅すぎると顔を合わせるからさ。
And I don't have Saber with me.
僕
Cool.
としちゃ
And Rin's not here
エミヤ
either.
が顔面蒼白になるのを見たかったわけだし、単純にことを起こすのだけは避けたかったんだ。
Was the fact that Tosaka's staying with me, was that the final thing that broke him, where he was just like, okay, Shiro, I'm gonna kill him for shacking up with the girl that I admire and love.
そうか。話があるっていうのは嘘か。
話はこれからさ。僕とお前、どちらが優れているか、 遠坂に思い知らせないといけないし、エミヤには嘘の謝罪をしないといけないからね。ほら、エミヤには黙ってたけど、学校に結界を敷いたのは僕なんだ。
Ah, Shinji laughs cheerfully. That makes me realize from the bottom of my heart.
あれ、思ったより驚かないな。なんだ。
I feel a little dumb that as much as I didn't like Shinji, I wanted to believe that he wouldn't kill his fellow students. His laugh drills into my skull. I'll make this clear, but I'm surprised enough. I was only prepared for the discovery the master who constructed the boundary field was either Shinji or this other master. Because they talked about another master, so I was like, maybe it's that. Especially because, like, I was thinking it would be, like, Caster, right? Like, not Ryder. Especially when he talked about how, like, he didn't really have many much magical abilities and stuff like that. I didn't think he was capable of it. That's all. This is the result of the optimistic view. Back then, as soon as I figured out Shinji was a master, I should have settled this matter. So this is my mistake. So it's like he knew deep down that his friend was capable of this.
Shinji! なんでこんなものを仕掛けた？戦う気がないって言ったのも嘘だったのか？
いや、それは本当なんじゃない？僕だってこんなものを発動させる気はなかったんだ。これはあくまで交渉材料だったんだよ。爆弾を仕掛けておけば、遠坂だっておいそれと僕を襲わなくなるし、万が一の切り札にもなるからね。
そうか。だが、結界の発動にはまだ数日必要だと遠坂は言ってた。それはあいつの読み違いか。
遠坂らしい意見だ。けどさ、結界は完成していないだけで、形はとっくにできているんだぜ。単純に発動させる分には支障はないんだ。ま、おかげで効果は薄いけどね。この分じゃ一人殺すのにあと数分はかかるんじゃないかな。
止めろ。
Minaj has already gone away. I say so, staring directly at Shinji.
止めろ？何をだい？まさかこの結界を止めろだなんて言ってるんじゃないだろうな。一度起こしたものを止めるなんて、そんなもったいないことできないな、僕は。
止めろ。お前、自分が何をしているか分かってるのか？
イラつくな。お前、何僕に命令してるわけ？
Maybe this is a situation where, like, Jiro doesn't want to kill somebody, but he might have to. And the fact that it's, like, his former best friend. Because he's got to save people, right?
これは僕の力じゃないか。
Can't save everybody, can't save Shinji. I'd have to kill him.
止めて欲しかったら土下座くらいするのが筋ってもんじゃないの？まったく。藤村といい、
is that implying he did something to Fuji?
自分の立場が分かってないな。
おい、藤姉がどうしたって？
Fujine. Why do I have such a hard time saying Fujine, not ni?
ね？ああ、藤村ね。この結界ができてからさ、あいつ結構動けたんだよ。他の連中がバタバタ倒れてるっていうのに、一人でヨロヨロしてるんだぜ。でさ、倒れずにいた僕のところまでやってきて、救急車を呼んでとか言ってきたんだ。すごいよね。教育者の鏡ってやつ？
Oh, she better not be dead.
けど、そんなもの呼ぶわけにはいかないし、呼ぶ気もないじゃない？藤村のやつ、それでもしがみついてくるものがうざくなってさ、蹴り飛ばしてやったらピクリとも動かねえでやんの。
Okay, okay, she's not dead yet. We can save her, hopefully. I've switched over completely. Tosaka said something about pushing a switch in my head, but it's not like that. Clang. A hammer strikes in my head, and the inside of my body completely changes.
最後は結界を止めろ、シンジ。
わからないやつだね。お前に頼まれれば頼まれるほど止めたくなんてなくなる。 そんなに気に食わないんなら力ずくでやってみろよ。
Well, it's a good thing that Rin taught us this whole thing about how to, you know, how to activate the switch.
そうか。なら話は簡単だ。
So basically, I need to stop him before I can stop this boundary field. My body leaps, and also the training that he did with Saber. I mean, he has no chance against fighting a servant, but just a regular person. My body's burning like a fire. There's less than 20 meters between me and Shinji. For me right now, that will only take an instant. My body's full of energy, vastly higher than when I have a magic circuit inserted in me. I assume he's got Ryder with him somewhere. The shadow wiggles. The shadow settled into the corner of the hallway starts to take form and move. A sharp edge made of black, like a guillotine to cut anything that approaches Shinji. I don't know what kind of magic it is. There are 3 shadows, with that number. Ooh. Okay, this definitely feels like this could be I'm gonna die or not die, depending on my choice. I'll just say there's no need to stop. Let's keep that momentum. Let's go. There's no need to stop. No matter how strong it may be, it's useless if it can't hit me. I just immediately get taken down. The 3 sharp edges approach me. An attack like this is easily avoidable compared to Saber's attack. Ah! Here I was kind of ragging on Shiro for, like, you know, getting the crap kicked out of for Saber, you know, by Saber and be like, and for what? But, okay, I might be eating my words here. I made the right choice. I passed through the opening between the 3 shadows. I felt no threat, shadows. So there's no problem. Saber's taught me if it doesn't make me sense death, I should not hesitate.
Shinji!
I close in on him. There's no shadows to protect him. Maybe I should have learned that super awesome move when there was the choice between asking Saber about her past. Maybe I could have used a secret move. A few more steps. If I close 3 more meters, I can... Shinji runs away, the little bitch. The instant I reach out to his back, unless this is a trap itself. Yep. I feel a chill run through my whole body. I quickly withdraw my extended arm. Something cuts through the air. Sharp black edge cuts through the space I was in a moment ago. Stop. I don't know where it came from, but in front of me is a woman in black who makes even the red seem faint. My mind stops in fear. I'll be killed. I don't want to think about it, but an image of my head being ripped off pops into my head. Oh, that'll be, what, the 2nd time he would have been killed at this school, and what, 4th time overall? This is a sense of death that the previous shadows cannot even compare to. Ryder's figure becomes vague. Oh my gosh. Ah, okay. I appreciate the game's giving me lots of choice. Let's see. I kind of want to get a bad end. Let's see what happens if I try and take on a servant. Beat her before I get beaten. This will not go well. Maybe my head will get ripped off just like he predicted. I have no chance of winning against a servant. I'll certainly be killed if I fight. So all I can do is beat Shinji before that and make Ryder retreat. I kick the floor, not being pushed back by Ryder's pressure. There's only 6 meters to Shinji. If I can avoid Ryder even once, I'll be able to run and get Shinji. The servant in black stands in my way. I concentrate my senses to her every move so I can react to any attack. Her target is my left side. Her left fist makes a small motion. I manage to dodge her first attack. Go through the space between Ryder and the wall and run towards Shinji. Her figure disappears. My plan to go through the opening is meaningless. Ryder's figure disappears from my view in an instant, and in front of me is an open path. This is bad. I have to stop myself. I screwed up. Saber told me that many times, but I still did not get it. I can't go forward. I can't face Ryder. Even if it's just one blow, I shouldn't have made a plan that required me to dodge a blow. The impact comes from behind me. Ryder, sticking to the ceiling like a spider, stabs my afterbrain with the blow following a crescent track. There we go. Sorry, Shiro. Air leaks out from my neck. The movement of Ryder's arm was really beautiful. It had grace as if it were touching a daffodil. With a movement of fingers that would not cause even a ripple in water, he has taken away my life. And there's no Saber or Rin to help me this time. Ugh, I wanted to get the bad end, but I hate that Shinji is all smug.
加減はしてあります。この段階なら治療を施せばまだ助かると思います。
Think Shinji's gonna do that, really?
お前、何勝手に仕切ってんだよ。手加減しろなんて
Interesting that
誰が
Ryder
言った
didn't want to kill me. Maybe that talk we had with her earlier has softened her to me just a bit.
ご主人様に意見なんかしてんじゃない。
She said that I was a kind person, right? My blood flows out. No matter how much I move my lungs, I can't breathe in, and my throat only wheezes.
では、この少年を助ける気はないのですね。
ないさ。だいたい僕は治療魔術なんて使えない。そいつはもう死ぬだけなんだから。いい加減楽にしてやれよ、ライダー。
了解しました。私の結界で蝕むのではなく、直接喉を潤すとしましょう。
A heavy metallic sound echoes. My body's lifted a little. She's staring at my bloody neck. The servant in black opens her mouth delicately, and is she a vampire or something? Said that she was going to, yeah, bites into my neck as if kissing it. Not saying that she's a vampire, but she certainly acts like it. My blood is being sucked. My already scarce blood is sucked up by Ryder, not leaving a drop. Well, they did say she was covered in blood, right? My mind starts to fade. This blood sucking is like euthanasia. I feel no pain, and as if it's slowly being melted by a spider's poison. I get it. All right, we're gonna do the Tiger Dojo. Obviously, the choice is like, don't go up against the servant after being told multiple times you don't have a chance.
こんばんは。即死大好きなあなたの味方、ヒットコーナータイガー道場です。
一番弟子のイリアです。
本編もそろそろ中盤。シロも戦う気になっ
Oh,
ていて、
really?
お
Okay.
姉ちゃん嬉しいな。
Wow. I heard that this was a long game, so almost up to the middle stage. Okay, so we're almost at the halfway point then. Then again, there's also, if I want to do all of the endings, it's gonna take a long time.
けどこの選択は困りものだぞ。ちゃんとセイバーちゃんのアドバイスを聞いてたかな？
聞いてるわけない。セイバーとかリンとかいちいち説明が多いんだもの。私面倒だから修行シーンはスキップしてたわ。
このバカ弟子。
いててて。申し訳ありません。ちょっと嘘です。
まったくいい？よっぽどの窮地でない限りサーバントとの直接対決は避けること。耐えていればチャンスはあるわ。今は我慢に徹してしばらく相手の好きにさせるべし。
わかりました。ところで師匠、道場に来るたびにスタンプをしてるけど、これって何なの？
それはタイガースタンプよ。集めるとそれなりにいい気分になり、自分がどれだけシナリオをこなしたかがわかるいい目安ってところかな。で、それを全部集めるとなんと画面が肉球でいっぱいになります。怖っ。パーフェクトワールド。そんなわけなので、あんまり無理して集めても責任は持てません。それじゃあまた次のタイガー道場で待ってるよ。
待ってるっす。
Alright, I can't match her. I retreat instantly. Now is not a good time. I have to regroup and make Shinji stop the boundary field after that. Oh. I desperately retreat, not knowing what's going on. He still got hit. My vision turns white from fear. I don't even know what I'm scared of, but I raise my hand still not knowing what's going on and block my neck. Sharp objects thrust into my arm. The dull sound that scrapes my bone tells me I'll be killed next. I run. I don't even have time to turn my back. I cover only my vitals with my hands and retreat desperately. Damn, okay. The sound of cutting echoes through the hallway. With an annoying sound, the sharp object cuts my body apart. Jesus, my vision's blocked by the spray of blood coming out of my body. Beyond it is Ryder coming at me at a speed I can't even see. Every time I get cut, a voice that doesn't seem like my own escapes my mouth, but I still continue desperately to retreat, saving my life from numerous fatal blows. So they thought Rin and Saber were just leaving him to just, you know, strengthen some lamps, and then he's gonna come bursting home if he does at all, just completely, like, about to die. Again. I don't know what I'm doing. My arm's blocking Ryder's dagger. My clothes are ripped apart, and my flesh is as well. But it must still be working as a shield as it desperately blocks the blows coming at my neck, forehead, and heart. Force of will is not there. My body reacts to Ryder's blow purely from not wanting to die. I'm already out of breath. I'm only running because I'm being hurried by the presence of death in front of me. I will just run out of strength, get caught, and die. That's why she told me. She told me not to fight against servants and that I'd be no match for them. Even though I listened to her, why? What am I doing now? I have to catch Shinji quickly and have him remove the boundary field, so what am I doing? Yeah, once again, Ryder's like not killing me instantly. Feels like she could if she wanted to. She's going easy on me. Shinji's voice is filled with triumph. Nodding, Ryder swings her dagger in a large arc. A blow directed at my head. I cannot dodge it. All I can do is stop it hitting a fatal point. The dagger stabs me in my shoulder right below my collarbone. A loud metallic sound, the cluck of a tongue. What is this? The end of Ryder's dagger is breaking apart. Oh, did I strengthen my own body? Is that what's happening? Shit, when the switch turned on. Is that what's happening? Ryder stops, in the instant that I consider how to make use of that opening. It helps so much I was talking about how Ryder was taking it easy on me, never mind. I feel an impact like being hit with a sledgehammer, and I'm knocked out the window. I only took a roundhouse kick to the stomach, but that blows my body away and I'm thrown out of the window. The third floor. I should die from loss of blood even without anything, so falling from this height should finish me off. No, I should have died the moment I received the blow that flung me a few dozen meters. I reach out. Maybe I'm not falling yet, or it's just an illusion. My body's still in the air. I reach out my arm as if to cling onto something. The sky is red. The school building is throbbing as if it's the stomach of a living thing. Am I going to die overlooking something like this? Like this? Like this? Like this? Like this? Am I going to die selfishly, unable to save anybody? I grit my teeth in vain. I cannot beat her. I cannot even be a match. I knew that, but I made a mistake. I don't care about the pain in my body. I'm just going insane from the anger. This is the result of saying I could handle things myself, and saying I won't let Saber fight. I was the stupid one. He finally realizes it. I can't save anyone by myself. If I really wanted to end this war, there was just one thing to do from the beginning. He said it. If I'm to not fight anybody, not kill anybody, or not let anyone kill, that if I realized I was wrong, I should decide what to correct and what to punish. And so, on my arm reaching out as if to grab the heavens, is the command spell waiting for my order. Oh! Oh my gosh, they're giving me so many options, I love it. Okay. Hey, what happens if I just say I can't use my command spell? I'm gonna die, right? So we're gonna get another dead end. No, I can't use my command spell here. Really? This seems like the most opportune time. Like, this is a very desperate situation. And to save a bunch of people, too. My mind hesitates for an instant. As if I'm an unskilled master, the command spell is a trump that I can only use 3 times. Right after I calmly analyze, I can't use it without giving it more thought. I die. I fall onto my back. I fall onto the ground after being kicked off the 3rd floor. It's fatal. Well, it's effectively fatal. I blocked my fall to avoid hitting my head, but it would have been enough to break every bone in my body. I'm bleeding. A ridiculous amount of blood is pouring out of me. But it's all coming from my chest. My back's fine and I've endured the impact of the fall, so why? Did he get pierced by something? Why is such a strange thing sticking out of my chest? My chest is open. Something like the blade of a sword is bursting from inside my chest to outside. It's as if a bomb was set in my body and it went off from the impact of the fall. I don't know why. My chest has holes in it. Like a rib sticking out. A group of swords is sticking out from my stomach. My body starts to melt slowly while I blankly stare at it. My body won't move. The miracle that cured even that blow from Berserker doesn't seem to have any effect on these swords. My thoughts are being cut apart. Even if I want to use the command spell, my left hand has already melted. I breathe in just once. The air I breathe in is painful, and coughing up regurgitated blood, my heart stops. Damn, I am really making Shiro suffer in this episode.
待ちなさいタイガー。あなた冷蔵庫に隠しといたフルールのケーキ食べたでしょ。
へーんだ、大事に取っておく方が悪いんです。賞味期限って日本語知ってるか、弟子1号。
知るか。いいからケーキ返せよ、
はははははは。すでに消化したものは返せないのだ。つうかイリアちゃん、あの真っ赤なパンケーキにラズベリーをたっぷり乗せたなんか人体解剖っぽいケーキは趣味悪いと思うの。あれ本当にフルールのケーキ？
そうよ。商品名ラフレシアアンブレラ。世界最大の花ラフレシアをモチーフにしたモンスターでデッドリーな新製品なんだって。なんでも腐った香りを出すためにバラの花びらじゃなくて直接ラフレシアの花を使ってるとか。
ゲー、道理で食感がステーキ煮だと思った。フルールの経営も行き詰まってるわね。甘味どころが新製品を乱造するようじゃ末期だわ。
あれ、あのケーキ美味しくなかった？見た目真っ赤ですごく綺麗だったんだけど。
イリアちゃんはまずその美的感覚をなんとかしないとね。ケーキの話はここまで。不条理な3択の前に屈したあなたを救う Q&A コーナー、タイガー道場始めるわよ。
準備万全であります師匠。
うん。それでは今回の死亡状況は？転落死か。いくら怪しげな自然治癒能力が備わったからって3階から落ちれば死ぬかな。
ついでに言うと普通だったらライダーの回し蹴りでお腹突き破られて即死
So
か
when I
な。
talked about like why the blade didn't kill him, I figured it was because of that switch being turned on. Maybe that helped, but I guess there is also the like he's got the healing powers. So, but it only works to a certain degree.
つくづく大ハード。シローはいつ殺されてもおかしくないんだから、選択肢でレイジを使うなんてものが出てきたら迷わず使っといた方がいいわよ。そんなわけで直前の選択肢に戻ってやり直し。さっさとセーバーちゃんを呼び出してあのセクシー戦闘お姉さんをやっつけてあげなさい。
セクシー？
Okay, so I'll see what happens if I can get Saber to help me. I'm wondering if Summon Saber and this are kind of the same thing. I wish for her help. In the space between the sky and the ground, in the sea of thoughts like time has stopped, I wish upon the command spell on my left hand. One more second until the ground, believing that she can overturn this death unavoidable by normal logic. With all my might, I call for my sword. The command spell disappears, and at the same time, a winding occurs in space. It must have been sorcery, because Saber in her silver armor shoots forth from it, as if breaking through the ripple in space.
Master.
The silver armor runs towards me. Saber appears suddenly in the school grounds, sees me falling before she is surprised by this event, and catches me just before I hit the ground. He's gonna be like, all that stuff I said about not letting you fight, I take it back. I managed to get onto the ground, still bloody. Even though I escaped the fall, my body, lacerated by Ryder, is way past its limit. But I cannot fall down. Forcing my numb arms and legs to move, I managed to stand up to show her that I'm alright.
説明している暇はない。状況はわかるな、セイバー。
待ってくださいシロ。それはわかりますが、その前にあなたの体を。
ライダーを頼む。あいつはお前でしか倒せない。
いけません。シロの治療が先です。このままではあなたが死ぬ。
それは違う。先にやるべきことがあるだろう。
Forgetting about me, we have to beat Shinji and Ryder as quickly as possible. Nothing takes priority over that.
ですがそれでは。
Saber is stubbornly worried about my body. I would be lying if I said I wasn't happy about it. But we don't have time to argue. Saber doesn't want to, I'll just have to use my second command spell. My determination must have got through to her. Saber accepts my decision.
わかりました。マスター、指示を。
ライダーを倒せ。俺はシンジを叩く。
Damn, he's still gonna go after Shinji even though he can barely stand? There's no hesitation in Saber now. She nods silently and runs to the school building like the wind. I run up the stairs. Ryder and Shinji are on the 3rd floor. I can tell from the command spell's reaction that Shinji's still on the 3rd floor. The instant I get to the 3rd floor, sparks fly out.
ライダーか。
I couldn't see it, but Saber must have seen Ryder attacking from above and deflected her attack.
シロ、ライダーはここで倒します。あなたはライダーのマスターを。
This is interesting. What is he gonna do with Shinji? Is he actually gonna kill him? He doesn't need to tell me. I mean, as long as Saber can defeat Ryder, then Shinji's kind of... definitely neutered. Saber won't be beaten by Ryder. That's something I'm sure of from fighting Ryder, knowing even a little bit about her power. Saber's power vastly exceeds that of Ryder. You know, Ryder, she's not at her full capacity, because the whole thing about riding is like... You know, she rides vehicles, animals, that's her specialty. So she's not really at her maximum, like, fighting inside an enclosed space, it doesn't feel like that's her at her, like, full potential. I pass Saber and run. Ryder's dagger instantly comes to kill me, and Saber attacks to deflect it along with Ryder. I run through the hallway. In front of me is Shinji, completely flustered. Yeah, Shinji's a little bitch. He thought he was all like I think he knew that he wasn't going to come with Saber and was going to be at a disadvantage. And Shinji probably didn't expect Shiro to actually fight because, I mean, Shiro kind of said as much. A long object that can serve as a weapon, like the mop in this locker. I pass my magical energy through it as I run. Look at that, he's able to do it immediately. Perhaps I don't have any other thoughts, or I don't have enough energy to do anything else. But I strengthen the plastic mop as naturally as breathing. He's in the zone right now, right? The shadows move. Even though I'm hurt so badly, I don't feel any sluggishness in my body. And on top of that, I have a weapon now. So, I don't even need to dodge them now. Smack away all the shadows attacking me using the mop. It's the combination of Rin helping him activate his switch, and also like the training with Saber's kind of like trained his body to react automatically, like not even thinking about it. The mop breaks, but that's to be expected from a weapon so hurriedly constructed. And besides, there's no need for anything like that when I'm this close. I punch him straight on. Nice. My slashed arm hurts so much it almost knocks me unconscious. I punch Shinji in the stomach and drive him against the wall. Shinji reaches out to fling my arms off. I kick his arms away without hesitation. Even I can't control myself. Oh, I like seeing this aspect of Shiro. I take the arm that I kicked and ram it against the wall and break it. Damn. Oh god, I'm so happy Shinji's finally get what's coming to him. He was so cocky before. I can't hear Shinji scream too clearly. Crap. I'll faint if I let my guard down. I have to hurry while my body can still move. I grab Shinji's hair and push him up against the wall. I take my other arm and grab his throat. It drips. The blood soaked into my clothes stains Shinji's body.
どっちでもいいぞ、俺は。早く決めろ。
I put power into the hand grabbing his throat. It must be because of the magical energy flowing through my body. That must be crazy to Shinji. Like, Shiro is just all cut up and he's probably like on the verge of death and he's still able to do this. That's gotta be a little scary. And also, like, that your former best friend, you've probably never seen him like this before. I feel like I'd be able to break this neck.
デタラメだ。お前にそんなことできるもんか。それに僕はまだ誰も殺してないぞ。ただ、
わかった。
Damn!
シンジ。
I tighten my grip. There's no hesitation, just a little sympathy. It's because Shinji wasn't taught the basic rules of magi, that there's no problem with killing other magi.
待ってくれ、わかった。僕の負けだ、エミヤ。結界はすぐに止めるから。
What if Shiro was like, I gave you your chance, you said no, I'm gonna kill you anyway. I loosened my grip on his throat.
くそ、バカ力出しやがって。おい、ライダー、ブラッドホードを止めろ。マスターの命が危ないんだぞ。
There's no response from Ryder. Oh shit, did Saber already take her out? That'd be amazing. But Saber takes a step back from Ryder with those words. Ryder lowers her dagger and moves her lips slightly.
これでいいんだろう。この結界は特殊らしくてね。一度貼った場所にはそう簡単に貼り直せないらしい。
Alright, well, okay.
もうここに結界を貼ることはないんだから。その手を離せ。
Here, right? Specifically just at the school.
そうはいくか。勝った以上はこっちの言い分に従ってもらう。
Oh, this is amazing, Shiro.
シンジ、レイジを捨てろ。そうすれば二度と争うこともない。
Alright, take back what I said about Shiro. I'm glad that he's starting to realize that like he can't be so passive anymore.
ふざけるな。そんな真似ができるもんか。レイジがなくなったらライダーを従えられない。そうなったら僕は
マスターでなくなるんだろう。なら信徒の教会に行けばいい。戦いから降りたマスターを保護してくれるそうだからな。それとも何か、身を守るために結界を張ったっていうのは嘘か。
別にそんなこと言ってないだろう。僕はただマスターになってサーバントを従えていれば。
He thought he'd be able to be a magus? But what would be the point even if he became one? To impress Rin, right? This feels like this is all for Rin.
ここまでだ、シンジ。レイジを捨てないのなら俺が剥ぎ取る。
剥ぎ取る？
Shinji questions like it's a real mystery. He's not faking it. It seems he really doesn't understand what I'm saying.
いや、だから。
シロ、離れて。
Saber's voice. Maybe it's the result of training at the dojo, but my body reacts to Saber's voice before my brain. I let go of Shinji and jump back, and at the same time, Ryder's dagger swung through the space I used to occupy.
ライダー？
下がりなさい、マスター。この場から離脱します。
シロ、下がって。ライダーは結界維持に使っていた魔力を全て解放するつもりです。
魔力を解放する？
Looking at Ryder, she certainly seems strange, like the way she appeared here instantly when she was confronting Saber, and the chill she's releasing. The pressure is much stronger now.
ライダー、何考えてんだお前。エミヤのサーバントにさえ勝てないくせに勝手なことしてんじゃない。
はい、確かに私ではセイバーに及びません。ですがご安心を。我が宝具は他のサーバントを凌駕しています。たとえ相手が何者であろうと、我が失踪を妨げることはできない。
Ryder raises her dagger. Everyone here lets out a voice of surprise. For some reason, Ryder takes her dagger to her neck and... Whoa, okay. Slashes it in one breath. Fresh blood splatters around. Blood gushes out from the neck of the black-garbed Ryder.
何を？
Even her master Shinji is surprised at her action. Even if servants are beyond human, that wound is fatal. Ryder will lose large amounts of blood and will just disappear. I feel like the blood, like she does something with the blood, right? That's part of her phantasm because it's all about like sucking people's blood and being stained in blood. But that's just a needless worry for people who know nothing. The splattered blood stops in the air and slowly forms a circle. The magic circle drawn in blood. Oh, I'm familiar with magic circles. A pattern I've never seen before. Creature-like figure that looks creepy. Like a spider? A big lump of magical energy created by Ryder. Boundary field Ryder was supporting until now seems small compared to this. A huge amount of magical energy must be leaking. My body's pushed back as if blown by a strong wind.
シロ、離れて。ライダーは宝具を使う気です。そこにいては巻き込まれる。
Saying so, Saber pulls my body away by force. Protecting me, Saber confronts Ryder's magic circle.
逃げるつもりかライダー。自身のマスターをも巻き込むというのなら、ここで引導を渡すだけだ。そのような宝具を使わせはしない。
まさかマスターを守るのがサーバントの役割でしょ。私はマスターを連れて逃げるだけよ。それが気に食わないのなら追ってきなさい、セイバー。もっともこれを見た後でもあなたに戦う気迫が残っていればの話ですが。
I hear a throbbing. With a sound like flesh wrenching open, Ryder's hair whirls up and... Dragged by Saber, fall to the ground. A loud sound and a flash. Close my eyes at the raging wind. But even with my eyes closed, I'm forced to feel it. Something white passes by. I feel like something's blazing through the hallway with great speed like a giant arrow of light. When I raise my head, the scene in front of me is the remains of cruel destruction. Shinji and Ryder have disappeared. The light just now wasn't aimed at us, but was probably just to escape from here. I wonder what her noble like, did she just use it? I can't remember. Noble phantasms are not like a one-time use. Some, I think, can be if they exert a lot of magical energy, but some people can use, or some servants can use their noble phantasm multiple times. My wounds hurt. The firing hammer that was pulled inside me is released. Heat flowing through me quickly fades away.
シロ、
I can't hear Saber's questions anymore. In that manner, my consciousness falls into white darkness. I'm having that dream. Maybe this is the image of death for me. The closer I get to death, the more the scene I don't want to see revives in my head. A mountain of corpses, people crumbling away. A time when everyone wished for help, yet none received any. That was painful. It was so painful that even living was painful. And I even thought I'd be at ease if I just disappeared. With faint consciousness, I reached out for no reason. I didn't reach out seeking help. I just thought that the sky was a long way away. In my last moments, that's what I thought. And then my mind faded away, and the raised hand fell to the ground. No, it should have fallen to the ground. Big hand grasped the falling hand. This is our first time actually seeing him, isn't it? I mean, I know what he looks like because of the anime, but that person came into the fire to save anybody, found me. I remembered that face. Figure of a man with tears welling in his eyes, delighted from the bottom of his heart that he had found someone alive. It was because he looked so happy. I even thought he was the one that was saved, not me. So, looking enviable even in my dying eyes, the man saved an unfamiliar child as if thanking something. That was the turning point. My weakness accepting death turned into the strength of a desire to live. The mind that could not think of anything was filled with joy of being saved. I moved my fingers with all my might so as not to let go of the man's hand and lost consciousness. After that, I was in a hospital when I came to, and I received a visit from the man who saved me. That was 10 years ago. Since then, Emi Ashiro had just chased after Kiritsugu. I could only think of becoming like him. Not because I was saved. It's just because I could not forget his face at that time. And I tried to acquire that illusion. I ran aiming to be like that. Somewhere in my mind, I didn't want to realize. That's right, that one day, hoping about how much I'd be saved if I could smile the way Kiritsugu did back then. When I open my eyes, I'm in my familiar living room. The sound of the clock is awfully loud. I seem to be sleeping on the floor, and when I raise my arms, both of them are wrapped in bandages.
外暗いな。
I push myself up. The clock says it's already past 10 p.m.
外暗いなじゃないわよこの恩知らず。目が覚めたらまず言うべきことがあるんじゃない？
遠坂、なんだ、いたのか。
いたのかじゃないわよ。あんたの真横でずっと看病してやってたのに、ずいぶんな態度じゃない。
I see. I've done something
す
bad.
まない。どうも頭が固まってる。うまく物事を考えられないんだが、とにかくありがとう、遠坂。
まあ、別に大したことじゃないからいいけど、シロもあれだけの怪我だったんだから、意識が朦朧としてるのも当然だしさ。で、痛いところはないの？とりあえず外傷は塞がってるけど、中身まではわからないから。異常があるんなら手当てしないとまずいでしょ。
いや、だるいだけで痛むところはない。ただ、なんだ。
I feel like I'm floating in the air. I don't know how I came to be here. I can't even remember what I was doing today.
遠坂、学校は？俺はあの後どうなったんだ？
大丈夫。みんなのことは安心なさい。学校にはキレイがフォローに行ったから。廊下の補修とか事後処理はあいつがするから考えなくていいわ。あれでも新職なんだし、これぐらいさせなきゃ罰が当たるでしょ。
あいつが？それじゃ学校の方は？
大事にはなってないわ。病院に運び込まれた生徒は多いけど、命に別状はないみたい。みんな栄養失調ってことで 2,3 日病院で休む程度だって。
そうか、それは。
Great. The boundary field was stopped late, but that didn't mean I was too late. Now he gets to feel like a hero. He didn't kill anybody this time, but Shinji still is a danger. As soon as I relax, strength escapes my body. Take a deep breath and lean against the wall.
じゃあ俺の体の方も琴峰が治してくれたのか。いくら遠坂でもあれだけの傷は治せないだろ
う。何言ってるのよ。それはあんたが勝手に治したの。バーサーカーの時と一緒。とりあえず傷を塞ぐだけなら超がつくほどの回復力だけど、あなたの方には覚えはないのよね。
あるわけないだろう。俺だってわけがわからないんだ。セイバーと契約するまでは普通の体だったよ。
もしかして自分が知らないだけで祖先がトカゲだったとかない？
I'm a lizard person? That wouldn't be the strangest thing that's happened in this game.
あのな、真剣な顔でそういう怖い冗談は言わないでくれ。俺だって気持ち悪いんだぞ。自分の体が自分の知らないものになってるようなものなんだから。
いいんじゃない？何はどうあれ、それで何度も命を流れてるんだから。もう2回も助けられたことだし、トカゲになるぐらいは妥協できる交換条件だと思うけど。
遠坂、重病人をいじめて楽しいのか？
さっきまで重病人だった人でしょ。ま、ともかくセーバーに感謝しなさいよね。理屈はわからないけど、シローの体がそうなったのはセーバーのおかげなんだし。
That energizes my beaten up mind. The thing I have to do now. There are words I need to say to her, asking for her help and being saved by her. I get up quickly. Moving causes pain throughout my body, but I can't worry about that.
遠坂、セイバーは？
道場にいるわ。私は部屋に荷物取りに行ってくるわね。
Yosaka heads over to the outbuilding with light steps. My joints cry out in pain. I bear it by gritting my teeth and hurry to the dojo. I arrive at the dojo, Saber sitting Japanese style by herself as if meditating.
シロ、目が覚めたのですか？
Saber notices me coming in, stands up, and comes to me instantly.
すまない。今気がついたんだ。それでセイバー。
すまないではありません。あなたには言いたいことが山ほどある。私を置いて敵の誘いに乗ったこと、一人で戦おうとしたこと、自身の体を気遣おうともしなかったこと。分かっているのですか？そのどれもが死に直結する愚行です。いや、実際あなたは死にかけていた。こうして私を追い詰めて何が楽しいのです。
いや、その。
何ですか？生半可な弁明では引き下がりません。今日という今日は、とことんあなたの考えを聞かせていただきますから。
Saber flares up at me. Certainly an intense pressure, but seeing Saber being so emotional is rather pleasant.
分かってる。ちゃんと話す。だから話をしよう、セイバー。体の方はこの通り大丈夫だからさ。
シロ、持ち直したのですか？
ああ、そうみたいだ。とりあえず生き延びてる。
そうですか。それはよかった。
Where did that threatening attitude go? Saber takes a relieved breath and smiles softly as if congratulating me on my safety. That really makes me realize I made her feel so uneasy that even the expressionless Saber made such a face. I wasn't relying on Saber, but still she accepted me as the person to fight with. I was the stupid one. I didn't notice such pure trust, and I could not even give her the simple trust of letting her fight.
セイバー。
I speak naturally. I can stare directly at the person I was so embarrassed to look at until now.
はい。何ですか、シロ。
すまない。俺がバカだった。
I bow my head.
シロ、やめてください。先ほどのは言葉のあやです。怒っていたのは確かですが、あなたに謝ってもらう必要は。
ある。パートナーとしてセイバーに謝るのは当然だ。心配させてすまなかった。セイバーといる限り、俺は二度と一人では戦わない。
シロ、それは。
ああ、セイバー、お前の力を貸してくれ。俺一人じゃ他のマスターには勝てない。俺にはお前の助けが必要だ。
それでは今までの行動が間違いだったと認めるのですね。シローはマスターとして後方支援に徹し、戦うのは私の
It
役
only
割だ
took him
と。
dying, or almost dying, a bunch of times for him to finally come to that conclusion. No, that's wrong. I'm not mistaken in that regard. I still don't want to see Saber hurt. That's why I have forbidden her from fighting. That was the only thing I had wrong. If I decided to fight with her, I should just have protected her with all my might.
いや、俺は自分が間違っていたとは思わない。セイバーが俺を守るなら、俺もセイバーを守る。セイバーだけを戦わせるなんてことはできない。
Saber doesn't respond. Cold air flows through the dojo. But this is one thing I cannot give up. I raise my head, thinking I'll just need to beg her until she accepts it. And then,
はあ、その堅くなさは実にあなたらしい。
その、セイバー？
まったく。今さら答えるまでもないでしょう。私はあなたの剣です。私以外の誰があなたの力になるのですか、シロ。
saying that, Saber puts out her left hand. With no sensible words coming to mind, I silently shake her hand. A certain feeling of a handshake. A few days after we met, we finally exchange a real contract.
何握手なんてしてるの二人とも。
Hey, why do you have to show up with such timing? We release our hands quickly.
なんか怪しいわね。まさか私に内緒で作戦会議をしてたとか？
いえ、そういうわけではないのです。そのマスターの体が健康かどうか脈を測っていただけですので。
I'm dumbfounded. Saber's offering a really suspicious lie. No, before that, why is Saber panicking too?
へえ、変わった脈の取り方をするのね。
Tosaka looks at Saber curiously. Cute. Perhaps because she's not accustomed to lying, Saber starts to act even more suspiciously. Well, she did a good job with the lie about being a distant relative. I have to help her, or we might end up in an even worse situation.
何の用だよ、トサカ。部屋まで荷物を取りに行くとか言ってなかったか、さっき。
あ、それそれ。はい、セーバー、これ。
ありがとう。リンには迷惑をかける。
Tosaka gives Saber a bag. Saber takes it with a happy expression.
それが最後だから気をつけなさいよね。いくら強制召喚だからって力ずくで武装したら服なんて消し飛ぶんだから。
申し訳ありません。突然のことだったのでそこまで考えが回らなかったのです。それでもリンが同じ服を持っていてくれて助かりました。
まあね、単純なデザインだし制服みたいなものだし、綺麗なやつ、地味な服ばっかり私に押し付けるんだもの。ま、私には似合わない服だからいいけどさ。なんだってその服にこだわるのよ、セイバ
ー。ええ、白が似合うと言いましたから。
Look at her, she's like dressing up to look nice for Shiro. This is so weird. Okay, I don't understand the situation too well, but it seems that is the third set of clothes for Saber. We don't have any women's clothes here, so that means Saber's borrowing clothes from Tosaka. But, I'd prefer it if you two did your girl talk elsewhere. I'm a guy too. We were having a serious conversation, but if you talk about this sort of thing, I can't help but feel let down. Nothing much happens after that, and Saber and Tosaka force me to sleep. Even though I regained consciousness, my body is still badly injured. My arms were cut up by riders so badly that I would normally have had to cut them off at my elbows. My body is filled with cracks and strains from falling from the third floor. I guess they share the opinion I should sleep and rest for now, even though there are a lot of things to think about. But I have to settle things as quickly as possible with Shinji. Shinji activated that boundary field without hesitation. Even I know how dangerous it is to let such a master roam freely. Emptiness like dizziness. Only my mind is back to normal. As soon as I lay down, my body demands sleep as it's still not fully healed. I can't rest like this. Even if my body isn't fully healed, I have to go and find Shinji. Alright, well, I said that I wanted a little bit more of an exciting episode, and I certainly got it today. Learning that Shinji was the one behind the boundary field, that he was willing to activate it so readily and, like, not caring about the other students or anybody at all. I knew not to trust this guy. I can't believe I fell for the fact that he said that he wasn't behind, you know, the boundary field and all that stuff, so... And we got to see like a little bit of Ryder's power. We didn't have the full-on fight between Saber and Ryder. And yeah, so that's gonna be the big thing, is now we've put it off for now. So the boundary field at the school, if we can believe Shinji, he's not going to do it again. And I believe he will not do that again because he is aware now that Shiro is willing to kill him, to stop him. But he just said he wasn't going to put the boundary field up at the school. He didn't say he wasn't going to do it anymore. So we're going to have to keep an eye on him. So he's kind of like the #1 person to watch out for. Ilya's kind of in the background, but she seems to be okay with Shiro for now. They seem to kind of have a little bit of like a tentative, like, good relationship going on. But we haven't met. There's still so many of the masters we have not met yet. Like, when are these other masters gonna pop up? I want to know who they are. So that's gonna do it for this episode. I really like this one. I hope you guys did too. Thanks very much for watching, and see you guys next week for the next episode. Until then, bye. Special shout out to my top tier patrons: Emily Hornsby, Zoran Ether, Revealing Storm, Asborn Kennedy, iCognito, and Harry Gazif.